So in today's video, we are going to be looking at the youth intake for the second season with Boavista, as well as looking at how our youth teams have been performing so far this season. Then at the end of the episode, we'll catch up on the first team's progress this season so far. So welcome to the intake, and as you can see, we've got 3-star in, an average intake. But I can see here we've got one elite talent, Jeffrey Lopez. Now, I guess the dream is that he's going to be an absolute superstar. That's the dream. It says he's 5-star. He's a central defender. No-nonsense central defender, I see it says as well, which isn't a great. I'd prefer defenders who can play football, but let's click. You good? Got passing of 11. He's got passing of 11. He's got first touch of 8. He's basically Maldini. He's unambitious, but think positive. There's a chance he never wants to leave because he has no ambition to do any better. Let's go through his attributes then, shall we? So basic attributes for central defender on defend. So he can head, marking and tackling. Tackling of 15, by the way. Aggression 12, anticipation 9, bravery 18, composure 10, concentration 11. Decisions of only 6, but we can work on that. Positioning of 8, we can work on that. Jump and reach 12, pace 9, and strength of 9 with a 6'1" height, and he's right-footed. Pros are that he's brave, he could improve a lot, he's a team player. Cons are the unambitious personality, decisions, consistency, as someone calls me on Facebook. I think it's my sister. Versatility, but I don't actually care about that. And athleticism, but again, he can improve on that. He can improve on his athleticism. He's 15. His birthday is November. So he's got pretty much the whole of this year before he turns 16. Let me go into him straight away. Approach to sign. Let's make sure this guy is going nowhere, shall we? Don't obviously do any of them. We'll move them. Let's give him an option and extension of 3 years. Let's give him a 250 a week. I'm going to give him a K to sign on. Okay. So he has agreed to be with us until he's 21, basically. Next one. Bellarmino Grenshaw. So he's 15-year-old Portuguese again. Mentally very poor. A lot of very low ratings here. Physically okay. Technically okay, but mentally really poor. And he's our second best. Oh dear. So I'm just trying to see. Looks bad, doesn't it? Miguel Silva, command of area 5. Check this right winger. Okay. I'm under the impression that this is a one-player youth intake. So Jeffrey Lopez is a class above everybody else in his area. The positive is he's very, very good. I can't think of a negative. The personality. But still, I'm mega impressed. Like him, and also I will quickly mention that Gonzalo Lopez has been featuring a lot more in our first team. So he's played 4 games as starting now, 2 sub-teams. So I've been giving him more football. And is that the future of the club? 2 homegrown academy players in central defence long term. Is that the future? Let me know what you think below that. So our intake is 1 player. Let's have a look, see how the rest of our youth team been doing. So first off, our main under-19 team is 2nd in the 1st division. How does this work? Like, what's the 1st division? You have under-19. Yes, we're in the top division for the under-19s. With Sporting. So, okay, so there's Championship group. And then there's a relegation. That's where okay, so we're in the Championship group. So let's have a look, see how we got into that. So we finished in the top 4. That's what gets you into this Championship group. So we finished with Paços del Ferreira, Firenze and Vitória de Guimarães. And then you have Castapia, Académico, Sporting and Maritimo. Okay, so we're in the Championship group. We're currently 2nd due to our alphabetical status. But it's going to be interesting to see how we push on for the rest of the season with our B team, but with our 19s. But we're looking okay. we've got some good talent. Obviously, we picked up Nuno Fernandes, who hasn't really featured, but might get some game time as the season goes on. Ricardo Oliveira is a very talented left winger. I don't see him being first team quality. I don't see it, but he's doing well. 14 goals in 24 for the youth team. And also, this is one of the potential star players. Again, I don't see him as a wonder kid, but 11 assists in 24. Maybe we're going to see a lot of bumping up arrows soon, and he's going to just improve and improve and improve. Then central defender also in Joao Rui, who isn't bad as a no-nonsense central defender. He really isn't. Like, if we were short of people, I wouldn't feel too bad moving him up. One player I do want to give a mention to is Ben Dunn. I've recalled him off loan because he just wasn't playing. He wasn't playing, so I'd rather he was getting football for our youth team and actually developing a little bit. So I brought him back. He's playing in our youth team now. He's probably going to be in our youth team for the rest of this year. Next year, I think he's going to be too old, so maybe he'll be like our 5th choice central defender stroke defensive midfielder up in the first team next year, because I think he's good enough for that. He's good enough for them cup games or for them games against the worst team in the league when you just want to rest the rest of your squad. So we'll keep an eye on him throughout the next season. I wish we could see how players are doing in the youth team. When I'm on the under-19s, we should be able to see the goals and assists here. That would make it better. In terms of our under-19 B team, we are playing in the under-19 Porto division, and we're absolutely ramping it. So we have 128, drew 3, lost 1, 87 points. Top goal scorer with 26 is this guy. He has 5 for finishing. That lets you know the quality of people in that division. Then you have our B team, who just has pretty much our Ross who can't get in our first team. We got like this 17-year-old here. Why is he not in our youth team playing for them? He's not playing any games for them as well, which makes no sense. Then you've got this guy here who's 22. Obviously, we signed him on a free. He's just not doing much really. But these are the type of players I think in the summer we are going to try to move on and cash in on some of these players who have a little bit of value, who've just not really been featuring. The likes of the American who we picked up, Malachi Jones. If we can get 250k, 200k for him, it's profit on a player we signed on a free transfer without a shadow of a doubt. If they develop, we manage to pick up a gem. If they don't, we picked up a couple 100k, so it's not the end of the world there. So I'm interrupting the video to say thank you firstly for the support and the continued support on the content that I'm creating. If you are in a position to do so, there is an option below to become a Patreon member or to become a YouTube member. It will cost you 49 kroner a month, which is about $3 or £3 a month. And that goes towards future things on the channel, like I'm looking to save up for a new microphone, for example, to pay towards my Premiere Pro for editing the videos. It just helps show a little bit of support, but also, if it builds up to a certain amount, I can look at taking a day off work a month to help towards creating that content and making it just a little bit better for you guys going forward. But only if you can afford to do it, go down and click them links. Don't do it if it does financially put you in a problem. Let's head back into the video, and thank you again for taking the time to listen to me. So moving on to how our first team's been doing since you were last with us. We haven't played many games. So we continue with a draw against AVS, 0-0, before we beat Santa Clara 1-0 with Almasi on the score sheet. After that long injury, it's nice to see him back scoring. We then lost to Vitoria, and we were just outplayed. Almasi scored for us, but they were just way better than us. But we did bounce back from that with a 1-0 victory over Famalicão. The 1-0 victory there was Ramirez getting the goal. We're very good at defending once we take a lead. And then we've just played Benfica. And, well, Renato Sanchez is on more than my whole squad. So sometimes you've got to accept defeat. We lost the game 3-0. So currently we're sitting in 5th place. We have 45 points, so we're 3 points behind Braga. We are also 3 points ahead of Vitoria and Moreirense. So we're okay. we are okay. We've got a few games left. I think there's about 8 games left. I think there's 34 games in the season. So we just need, I think, 6 wins in the last 8 would guarantee us a top 5 and get us European football for next season. Can I promise that's going to happen? No, but I do hope we're in that position. I mean, we're still doing really, really well. In terms of net spend, we are minus 11.3 million, so we have made good money this year. Salary plan, we're the 4th lowest, spending 2.41, which is only a couple 100k more than AVS, who are bottom. And as you can see, it goes up in the 2 million mark, all the way up to the top half, basically. Then there's a big jump here at 3.7, 3.9. But then from 4.5 with Victoria, the next one is 21.5 million. So we're not in the same league when it comes to money being spent on wages. Now, we are a selling club, and Vecino is wanted. He's 26 years old. He's wanted by Saint Etienne. He's got 2 years left in his contract. 26 years old. Medium earner at the club. If we can get 3 million for him in the summer, that basically funds our whole summer window. Last year we sold our keeper for 10. If we can move him on, I think that's what we've got to do for the next year or 2. Maybe European qualification can put an end to that kind of thinking. I think maybe if we qualify for Europe, I can almost say, okay, we've got a couple of million coming in, so we can keep the squad we've got and just look at improving it. But if not, 1 or 2 might have to move on. So in terms of top goal scorer, then Almasi is still there with 14, Helder with 5, Benson with 4. Assist-wise, this is where the issues is. So Helder has 7 assists in 29, Benson with 14 and 29. Helder's only going to get better. He's only 17. So by the time he's 20, he's going to be double figures. We need to make sure we are getting more players who can get assists. So that is something we've got to focus on. So the next video is going to be the last game of the season. Hopefully we're in a good position. Hopefully it's battling for Europe. Hopefully it's actually cemented Europe by that point. But we'll keep pushing on. We'll keep developing this team. And I want to thank you for your continued support on this series. I've been Paul, also known as the Northman. And let's head over to me as I thank the Patreon members. You will see on the screen now the people who are patrons or monthly members through YouTube. If you do want to join, links are in the description below. The YouTube one, you can just click that join button next to where the subscribe button is, or go into the description if you want to become a Patreon member. Links are below. Thank you for your support, and hopefully I will see you on the next video.